Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, FAA puts 100 low-lead replacement testing on hold. Air Force orders B-1 safety stand down. And missing USAF officer found 35 years after deserting. Hello, I'm Laura Hudson. It's June 15th, and this is Airborne Unlimited. The FAA continues to be committed to evaluating suitable replacement unleaded fuels to support GA. Phase 2 testing of unleaded avgas continues, having completed 2.5 years of testing and evaluation since the FAA's selection of the 2 finalists in the Piston Aviation Fuels Initiative Replacement Unleaded Fuels Program. To date, the flight test program is approximately 1/3 complete, while the engine test program is about halfway complete. The agency says that the differences in the 2 Piston Aviation Fuels Initiative fuels, as compared to 100 low-lead, are being evaluated for impacts and mitigations. While these issues are assessed, Piston Aviation Fuels Initiative flight testing and some engine testing have been halted. Both fuel producers, Shell and Swift, are currently evaluating options to mitigate the impacts that these differences will present in fuel production, distribution, and operation in the GA fleet. These evaluations will take time and ultimately affect the schedule of the test program. Based on current projected activities and timelines, the testing completion date for the Piston Aviation Fuels Initiative program will be December 2019. The FAA and industry are interested in pursuing all alternatives while issues are assessed, including evaluation high-octane unleaded fuels currently being developed outside of the Piston Aviation Fuels Initiative program. After the break, Sichuan Airlines pilot Feted for emergency landing.
The dream is real, a truly affordable personal jet aircraft. The Subsonics Personal Jet Kit is priced at only $42,000. Kit plus engine is still under $100K. Add instruments, upholstery, and paint and you're flying. It's time to put your money where your bucket list is. Learn more at sonicsaircraft.com.
Welcome back. If you have a story suggestion for Airborne Unlimited, Aero-TV, Airborne Unmanned, the AMA Drone Report, our website or podcast, just email to news-by@aero-news.net. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. Sichuan Airlines pilot Liu Xiangjian has been awarded the equivalent of about $777,000 for his actions following an incident aboard his airliner May 14th that saw his co-pilot pulled about halfway out of the airplane. Liu has been given the title of Hero Captain of China's Civil Aviation. The co-pilot and other members of the flight crew were also given awards for their actions during their flight. Liu was flying an Airbus A319 with 119 passengers aboard when a windshield panel cracked and shattered at 32,000 feet. Emirates Airline has parked about 20 airplanes due to low demand during the summer months. Emirates President Tim Clark confirmed the move during a conversation on the sidelines of the IATA annual general meeting held in Sydney, Australia last week. Clark said the airplanes were packed because travel demand is down during Ramadan and overall during the month of May. Demand for travel is down significantly in the Muslim world. It's down by about 50%, Clark told reporters. Air Paris Academy, France's new ab initio pilot flight training school, has placed an order for 4 Tecnams P-2010 Mark II airplanes with options for an undisclosed number of additional aircraft. Air Paris Academy, based at France's Tours Airport, has selected the Tecnams P-2010 Mark II with the aim of establishing itself as one of Europe's best equipped and largest FTO, ensuring its students benefit from the most modern fleet of training aircraft. 2 A380 Super Jumbo airliners owned by a German investment company are about to be stripped for parts, according to the owner. because Singapore Airlines has decided to not continue to keep them in service, and no other operator can be found. The planes were leased by Singapore Airlines in December 2007 for a 10-year period. When that lease expired, the massive airplanes were returned to the owner. They were flown to Tavares in the French Pyrenees and stored while the group sought a new lease. None could be found. Well, that's it for today's trip around the patch. Now let's move on to the rest of the news. General Robin Rand, the Air Force Global Strike Command Commander, ordered a safety stand-down of the B-1B Lancer fleet June 17, 2018. During the safety investigation process following an emergency landing of a B-1B in Midland, Texas, an issue with ejection seat components was discovered that necessitated the stand-down. As issues are resolved, the aircraft will return to flight. The Safety Investigation Board is ongoing. The SIB's purpose is to prevent future mishaps or losses and is comprised of experts who investigate the incident and recommend corrective actions. The safety of airmen is the command's top priority. The Air Force takes safety incidents seriously and works diligently to identify and correct potential causes. After these messages, missing USAF officer found 35 years after deserting.
There's a difference between charting a steady course and pushing for the ceiling. And for nearly a century, Hartzell Propeller has been defining that difference. It's in our passion for engineering and research and our dedication to testing the limits of performance. We are built on honor. We are Hartzell Propeller.
Concorde's recombinant gas RG series sealed battery technology produces a high-performance battery with the advantages of being pre-tested and fully charged at the factory. Find out more about Concorde's entire line of batteries at www.concordebattery.com. Concorde, the heart of your aircraft.
Welcome back. On June 6, 2018, Air Force Office of Special Investigations Detachment 303, special agents at Travis Air Force Base, California, apprehended Air Force fugitive Capt. William Howard Hughes Jr. at his California residence without incident. On June 5th, during a passport fraud investigation, the Department of State's Diplomatic Security Service interviewed an individual claiming to be Barry O'Byrne. After being confronted with inconsistencies about his identity, the individual admitted his true name was William Howard Hughes Jr. and that he deserted from the U.S. Air Force in 1983. Captain Hughes claimed that in 1983 he was depressed about being in the Air Force, so he left, and created the fictitious identity of O'Byrne. Captain Hughes deserted the Air Force in July 1983 after returning from temporary duty in Western Europe. Hughes was last seen in the Albuquerque, New Mexico area withdrawing $28,500 from his bank account at 19 different branch locations. Captain Hughes, who was single, was dispatched to the Netherlands on July 18, 1983, to work with NATO officers on the operations of airborne warning and control electronic surveillance aircraft. He was due back in Albuquerque that August 1st, but after leaving for Europe, he was never seen again. Well, that's our program for today. Remember that Airborne Unlimited is streamed on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, alternating with Airborne Unmanned on Tuesday and the AMA Drone Report each Thursday. Additional breaking news bulletins may be posted for important stories that fall outside of our normal deadlines. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and do check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Get comprehensive, real-time, 24/7 coverage of the latest aviation and aerospace stories anytime at aero-news.net. Have a great weekend and see you Monday.